Hey guys, this is Andrew from Zocomo TV. Welcome to my channel where I talk about keeping animals and different types of reptiles, cats, dogs, fish. I have a saltwater aquarium, I have a freshwater aquarium, and I also work at Aquascape, so I talk about ponds quite often because I want to help people, inspire people to realize that it's really not that hard to take care of plants and animals. So this episode's about having a pond in the winter and busting a myth that you can't have a pond in the winter because the fish will die. So before I get to Aqualand's pond, here is the side pond at Aqualand, which showcases what a typical home pond might look like. So here it is. This is the pond. Here at the end you have the negative edge that kind of goes down into the pump vault. This isn't really typical for most ponds, but it's a nice look. It makes it easier to maintain, in my personal opinion. Here's the big piece, and I'll talk about it more in the future, but there's an aerator down there that pumps bubbles, and it's combined with this de-icer, and it helps keep a hole in the ice so that all the bad oxygen can exchange, and so the fish don't suffocate. But I'll talk about that more in the future. And here you can even see there's so much water flow over this negative edge that it's going to keep a hole in the ice just because there's so much force and power on this spot. So again, this is just what a typical pond looks like, and you can kind of see the fish down there. They're huddled at the bottom. Their metabolism is slowed down, so that's what they do. They just huddle at the bottom. So I'm going to walk over here. It's completely covered here, but again, it doesn't matter because of the de-icer that's over here. I'm going to walk you over to the waterfall, and I don't want to die, but bear with me as I walk over here slowly. And here is the waterfall piece. Now this is much smaller. This is what you're going to see in a typical backyard. It's not going to be as amazing as a waterfall I'm about to show you from Aqualand, but this is the waterfall. There's your biofalls filter that sits up there, and the water is just coming out, and it freezes on the outside. So the water is still moving underneath there, but it's frozen on the outside. So you can see it's coming down here above the stream bed, and there's another waterfall that's keeping the hole in the ice. So this is what a typical backyard will look out. And I'll just do another quick overview before we go to Aqualand's waterfall. So here you go. It's just completely frozen here, but you have all the ice over there to the left, and then you have the end of the pond. It's more of a stream, but there's the aerator with the de-icer. All the fish are huddled because that's where all the oxygen is. So there you have it. So this is the side pond at Aqualand, and now I'm about to show you the main pond at Aqualand, the main show, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and thumbs up if you do. Alright guys, so this is the winter wonderland that is known as Aquascape. When I got to work this morning, it was about 15 degrees. Over there is the big waterfall. I'll just zoom in real quick. That is the main waterfall. You can see how it is completely frozen over, but the water is still moving underneath it. You can zoom out here, the ice is creeping out. So the big thing about having a pond in the north is you want to make sure there's a hole in the ice. And you can see over there, you can see there's holes so oxygen can escape. And then I'll zoom out a bit, and here's the secondary waterfall. You can see there's holes over there. And then the other thing is, a lot of people say, hey, Aquascape only dig their ponds to 2 feet. Out here in Illinois, Zone 5B, they say the ice only gets to 8 inches thick. So 8 inches, you have 16 inches of ice where the fish swim around. So this is the main waterfall area of Aquascape, and I'll show you the other area here in a bit. So stay tuned. Hey guys, so I know I showed you the waterfall earlier, but I just couldn't help myself. I got really excited because I wanted to show you this thing up front, up close. So I am kneeling on the ground right now, and this thing is behind me, so that shows you the height of this waterfall and how powerful that water is moving through there, and there's still ice on it. So that myth is really ridiculous. You can kind of see it. It's about maybe 8 feet tall, maybe 10 feet. I say closer to 8 feet tall. So that's the waterfall behind me, and I just want to show you the rest of the pond and how beautiful a pond can look in your backyard. And for people who are like, oh, it's too much work, it's really not too much work. And the benefit you get out of it, for me, it would totally be worth the cost. Now financially, that's another matter, but the cost of maintaining it, come on, just suck it up, just do it. So here's the rest of the pond. There's a waterfall. And as you can see, there is the rest of the pond. It looks really good. You can kind of see the pool that the waterfall flows into, but there is the rest of the pond, and it looks just great. So I hope you guys are enjoying it, and we'll get on to the other parts of the pond here soon. Thanks for watching. Okay guys, so here's a good explanation of how you can have ponds up north where it freezes all the time. So over there, you can kind of see there's a secondary waterfall, so it's coming down. Then these are urns, and what they do is they keep this hole open in the ice so that the carbon dioxide can escape. It doesn't suffocate your fish. Also what they do, as they're splashing down there, they provide oxygen so your fish can get enough oxygen. And over there, if you don't like having the urns, over there there's actually a pump that's just blowing water at the surface, and it keeps that hole in the ice. I'm going to show you the negative edge and how that doesn't really freeze over as well. So I forgot to show you, so before we get to the negative edge, I wanted to show you real quick what a frozen pond looks like in the winter. So if you're looking for a different kind of landscaping, just a different kind of look in the winter, that's what a frozen pond looks like. Also, here's the third option, keep holes in the ice. So here, there are two holes over here. They're just pushed out by an oxygenator. This over here, this Aquascape Pro. So this is the Pro 60. And actually this might be the Pro 20? No, it's a Pro 60. It has one hose coming out of it, and it's pushing both of those pipes. There's a little splitter on it probably, so it has two little diffusers that are pushing bubbles out, and that's doing a pretty good job keeping a hole in the ice. Now, if you're going to use an aerator, this would be good to have like a de-icer with it just to make sure that the holes don't close. But this is a more affordable option to keep a hole in the ice if you don't want to buy a pump. But again, here's that view. Gorgeous. Just enjoy it. That is a gorgeous view. Alright guys, so I'm going to try to talk loudly because there's a lot of water flow here with two pumps running this pond. So this, you can see, is a negative edge for the pond. It's just kind of a scrubber where algae grows on these rocks. But here in the winter time, here I am at 20, maybe 25 degrees. There's holes in this ice, and even if there aren't holes in this ice, there's plenty of holes I just showed you in the pond that you can see there's enough water flow. You're getting enough oxygen for the fish. It's keeping it alive. So let's zoom around here. There's a negative edge, and here's what the entire thing looks like in the winter time. It's gorgeous. There's plenty of oxygen flow. Totally debunks the myth that you can't have a pond where it freezes. So YouTube, I hope you like that. If you like what you see, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on vivariums, terrariums, ponds, and I hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is Andrew at Zocomo TV. Thanks for watching.